Well, good morning everybody, a warm welcome along to the first leg of Super Saturday here at Towcester Racecourse. First race this morning will kick off in around 11 minutes time. It's the bet each way 1, 2, 3 on the 8-dog racing stakes. Eight dog races to enjoy here at Towcester this morning. 13 races tonight, including some very classy Star Sports Greyhound Derby trial stakes this evening. But concentrate on this morning's action first. First race in around 11 minutes time, and we do have a reserve Greyhound in the opener here this morning. Trap 3 Broxbourne Flyer has been withdrawn, and the reserve Greyhound Northwest Trophy runs. That's race 1, Trap 3. Now runs the reserve Greyhound Northwest Trophy. Full form for Northwest Trophy can be found at the rear of your race card. That is the only change here at Towcester this morning. Other than this one change, the rest of the runners as per your race card. So one change, race number 1, Trap 3, runs a reserve Greyhound Northwest Trophy. And we now have just 10 minutes left for betting on today's first race. 10 minutes left for betting on race number 1. Good luck with all your selections throughout the day here at Towcester on Super Saturday. Full betting show up on screen now then for today's first race. You can see the current favourite is Trap 8 Storm Call, currently trading at 7 to 2. It's then 4 to 1 Trap 1. 9 to 2 Trap 2 Mad About Johnny. 5 to 1 Traps 4, 5 and 7. 6 to 1 Trap 6, and the outsider of the party at the moment, Trap 3 Reserve Greyhound Northwest Trophy at 8 to 1. Greyhounds running in race 1 will shortly be on parade. Well, welcome along once again. Greyhounds running in race 1 are now out and on parade. The Greyhounds running race 1 are as follows. Race 1 is the bet each way 1, 2, 3 on the 8-dog racing stakes. And in trap 1 we have Stormy Dexter for Mr. A. Williams, the owner, and trainer Heather Dimmock. 2 is Mad About Johnny for the Georgian Horn and trainer Jean Lyles. 3 is the Reserve Greyhound, another Jean Lyles trained Greyhound. It's Northwest Trophy for the Mr. J. Tynan, the owner. 4 is Cousin Dupree for Mrs. Trotter and Wallace, trainer Mark Wallace. In 5 is Dunham Zeus for owner Mrs. D. Houghton and trainer Jane Houghton. 6 is Swift Robin for the Man Webb Dog Syndicate and trainer Mark Wallace. 7 is Lily's Chica for owner Mrs. Richards, trainer Paul Clark. And 8 is Storm Call for Mrs. Lyles and Pocknell. And a third runner in the race for trainer Jean Lyles. Greyhounds now approaching the starting traps for race number 1. We now have just 4 minutes to the off, 4 minutes only. Full betting show up on screen now. You can see the current favourite, still the 8-dog, Storm Call at 7-2. Ground's on the way down towards the starting traps then for race number 1. Red jacket, we have Stormy Dexter. There he is up on screen now. Tremble Heather Dimmock, 4-1 second favourite last time we looked at the betting. And his Stormy Dexter in action last time out. It was the 25th of April. Went from trap 1 on this occasion as well. Absolutely fluffed his lines at the boxes, did Stormy Dexter. Got himself a nice pitch into that first bend, and he's run on well enough for 4th place in the end. Only a youngster, still very much learning his trade, is Stormy Dexter. He'll come on for this run. Just 5 runs under his belt, Stormy Dexter. 1 win in that time as well. That came in A8 back on the 1st of April. So a proven scorer at this level is Stormy Dexter, but still very much a novice sort, and one that's sure to be improving over the coming weeks and months here at Towcester. 4-1 second favourite currently, the 1-dog then, Stormy Dexter. Favourite still an 8. Storm Call at 7-2. The Greyhounds are now being placed into the starting traps of race 1. We're loading up then for the bet each way 1, 2, 3 on the 8-dog racing stakes. Going in those boxes. All loaded then for race number 1. Greyhound's getting the final check over now then from Gemma, our starter this morning. And there she is up on screen. Good morning, Gemma. Just making sure that it's all hunky-dory down there. The head of the bet each way 1, 2, 3 on the 8-dog racing stakes. Looks like Gemma's happy enough. There she goes. She waves the flag as only Gemma can. That means one thing. The hare is running. Bunny on the spin for race number 1. It's the bet each way 1, 2, 3 on the 8-dog racing stakes. Stand by. Kicking off with an A8 grade contest. Off and racing away, and it's trap 6, the first to show. Swift Robin leads the charge in this first bend from 8, pressing out on the outside. The favourite Storm Call. Storm Call's going to lead in this first corner. 8 from 6. Then comes 7. Bit of bother mid-division involving 4 and 5. They're shuffled to the back of the pack, but up front it's still 6 that leads now. Swift Robin at 8 still very much on the premises. Likewise 7 with the run up the inside. Lily's Chica. Then comes 1 approaching the final corner now though. It's the striped jacket of Swift Robin. Challenged now by the green jacket of 7 into second. 6 from 7. 8 trying to stay on. 1 doing like was on the inside as well. 6 now going to go on to score. 6 beats 8. 1 back in third. 6-8-1 in the opener here at Towcester. A win for Swift Robin. Swift by name, swift by nature. Confirmation result race 1. First trap 6, Swift Robin for the Manweb Dog Syndicate. Trainer Mark Wallace. Second trap 8, Storm Call. Third trap 1, Stormy Dexter. Result 6, 8 and 1. 6-8-1. Winning time 29-18. 2-9-1-8. Replay on screen now then of the bet each way 1, 2, 3 on the 8-dog racing stakes. Broke pretty well, did Swift Robin. Was pressed by the 8, the favourite, into that first corner. Storm Call. This pair clashed into that first bend. All sorts of bother mid-division involving 4, who was forced to move off and cannon to 5. But 6 led again off the second bend and just managed to burn off the 8-dog Storm Call, who stayed on for second in the end. 1 run on for third place, the youngster Stormy Dexter. 6-8-1 it was then in race number 1. A first win for Swift Robin on her 23rd start. So maybe the penny has finally dropped where Swift Robin's concerned. 1 win now from 23. Starting to go the right way now as Swift Robin. 6-8-1 in the opener. The full order of finish of race 1 was 681.73452. 681.73452. Distance is 1 1/4, 1 length, half a length, 4.5 lengths, 2 lengths, 1.5 and a head. And the winning time for Trap 6, Swift Robin, was 29.18. 29.18, the winning time in the opener here at Towcester this morning. 2, it's the bet with Bet 365 stakes, A7 the grade. Runners as follows. Trap 1 is Sandwich Toaster for the Toastbusters and trainer Kevin Hutton. 2 is Bodale Rossi for Mrs. Kemp and Yendall, trainer Hazel Kemp. 3 is Victoria Lane for owner Mr. M. Lowther, trainer Steve Rayner. 4 is Chantilly in Red, owned and trained by Richard Yates. 5, Nippy Bell for the Georgian Coles Go and Get 'em Syndicate, trainer Jean Lyles. 6 is Salting Banco for Mrs. Licence and Wallace, trainer Mark Wallace. 7 is Kusith Pian for owner Mr. McDonald, trainer Matt Dartnell. And 8 is Scruff's Penny for owner Mr. Welsh, trainer Kevin Hutton. Greyhounds now approaching the starting traps of race number 2. Just 2.5 minutes left for betting on the bet with Bet 365 stakes. Full betting show up on screen now. You can see the favourite. It's in the green jacket, trap 7, Kusith Pian. Currently a 9-4 chance. Grounds on the way down towards the starting traps of race number 2 then. Up on screen now, Sandwich Toaster leading the parade down towards those boxes. Second last time out was Sandwich Toaster back on the 22nd of April. Went from the red jacket on that occasion as well. Not the best of starts, can break better than that, can Sandwich Toaster. But managed to ride a bit of a first bend bump, get into third place down the far side. And he stayed on for second in the end, only beaten half a length by Jacob Josh. It was a decent all-round run from Sandwich Toaster. Like I say, can certainly trap better than he did last time out. And if he's got his trapping boots today, could well be there or thereabouts. I believe it was a second favourite last time we looked at the betting. Jolly in 7, Kusith Pian. There's Toastbuster up on screen now. Yeah, currently a 4-1 chance. Second favourite. Favourite in 7, 9-4, Kusith Pian. 5-1 bar these 2. Greyhounds behind the boxes then for the bet with Bet 365 stakes. Greyhounds now being placed into the starting traps of race number 2. It's the bet with Bet 365 stakes. 9-4 favourite in trap 7. Going in the boxes there, Kusith Pian. All loaded now then for race number 2. Gemma checks him over. There she goes. Flag is waved. So the hare's running. Bunny on the spin for race number 2. It's the bet with Bet 365 stakes. A7 the grade. Stand by. Bunny approaching those boxes. Gates lift and away we go. It's a fairly level break this time. The 4 dog shown in front now though from 7 and 6. Then comes 1, 2, 5, 3. Squeeze the room and 8 the back mark up. The second bend we fly now though. It's the stripes of Salting Banco that leads the way. Got 4th company up the inside though. Chantilly in red. Not a lot between that pair. 1 joining up the inside as well. Sandwich Toaster. Then comes 7 approaching the final corner now though. 1 looking to squeeze through up the inside. Just about managing to do so. 4 come back for more though. Chantilly in red and 7 who's swooping on the outside. Kusith Pian. 7 now from 4 up towards the pay stick. And it's going to stay that way now. 7 beats 4. 8 runs on for third. 7, 4, 8. The favourite wins race number 2, 7, 4, 8. Confirmation result, race 2, first trap 7, Kusith Pian, Verona, Mr. R. McDonald, Trenor Matt Dartnell, second trap 4, Chantilly in red, third trap 8, Scruff's Penny. Results 7, 4 and 8, 7, 4, 8. Winner's time 29.03, 29.03. Here comes the replay then, off the bet with Bet 365 Stakes. It's ground out well as the winner, Kusith Pian. Stopping the clock in a time of 29.03. Trapped okay on the outside, did the 7. The 6 it was that led off this second corner. 7 always there or thereabouts though on the wide outside. And kept on gamely down the back as 4 took it up. 1 looked to challenge into this final corner up the inner, but just collided slightly with 4. Meanwhile 7 was swooping all the time on the outside. Kusith Pian got ahead in front off that final corner. 4 rallied, Chantilly in red, but couldn't get back on terms with the 7 once it'd flown. 7, 4, 8 it was then in race number 2. The full order of finish for race number 2 was 748, 153.26. The distances were 3/4 of a length, 2 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 3/4 of a length, a short head and 1 1/2. The winner's time for trap 7, Kusith Pian, was 29.03, 29.03. Greyhounds running race 3 now on parade for the Bet with Paddy Power online and in shop stakes. The runners for this race are as follows. Trap 1 is Afane Salmon. For owner Mr Pocknell, trainer Gene Lyles. 2 is Wood Sparkle, who's owned and trained by Steve Rayner. In 3 is Musical Lulu for owner Mr S Taylor, trainer Jim Reynolds. 4 is Head It On Stubby for owner Mrs Richards, trainer Paul Clark. 5 is Lily's Bear, also owned by Mrs Richards and trained by Paul Clark. 6 is Forest Firefly for owner Mr Anderson, trainer Kevin Hutton. 7 is Forest Andrea for owner Miss Witchells and trainer Kevin Hutton. And 8 is Tiffield Lad for Mrs McCall and Mrs McCall, trainer Mark Wallace. Greyhounds approaching the starting traps then for race number 3. We now have just 2.5 minutes to the off, 2.5 minutes. Current favourite, the 8 dog, Tiffield Lad, a 3-1 chance. Greyhounds making their way down towards the starting traps then for race number 3. It's an A5, the Bet with Paddy Power online and in shop stakes. Current favourite, the 8 dog, Tiffield Lad for Mr and Mrs McCall and trainer Mark Wallace. Open 7-2, been backed into 3-1 as Tiffield Lad. And this is Tiffield Lad action last time out. It's from trap 6 on the 29th of April. Trapped okay on the outside of Tiffield Lad. Wide every chance, the comment went very wide around that first bend. So certainly won't be impeded by the fact he's got the yellow and black jacket on today. As wide as you like then, Tiffield Lad on that occasion. It's a decent run, but has got a little bit of scope. May 15 well, only 19 runs under his belt. 5 wins in that period as well. So a decent strike rate for Tiffield Lad and might well be capable of adding to the haul here today. He's a 3-1 favourite in this A5 grade contest. The Greyhounds are now being placed into the starting traps for race number 3. We're going in for the Bet with Paddy Power online and in shop stakes. All loaded now then for race number 3, A5 the grade. Flag's been waved, so the hare's running. Bunny on the spin. Race number 3. It's the Bet with Paddy Power online and in shop stakes. A5 the grade then. Race number 3 on your card. Stand by. Bunny approaching those boxes. Gates lift and away we go. And trap 3, the first to show from 5 and 7. Then comes 6, showing some nice early speed into this first corner. 6 going to lead and round a bit of bother out the back, involving 2, 4 and 7. But up front, this early bird has flown. Trap 6, Forest Firefly leads by a good 3 to 4 lengths from 3 at the halfway marker. Then comes 8 and 5. Towards the final couple of turns we go now, though. It's still Trap 6, Forest Firefly that dominates. 3 edging closer, though, in second. Musical Lulu, 6 from 3 as they straighten for the judge. This pair well clear of 8 back in third. 6 from 3 towards the jam. They're going to stay that way now. 6 keeps a 3 at bay. 8 back in third. 6, 3, 8 in race number 3. A win for Forest Firefly. Confirmation result race 3. First trap 6, Forest Firefly for owner Mr G Anderson, trainer Kevin Hutton. Second trap 3, Musical Lulu. Third trap 8, Tiffield Lad. Results 6, 3 and 8. 6, 3, 8. Winner's time, a smart 28.62. 28.62 winner's time in race number 3. Here comes the replay then for the bet with Paddy Power online and in shop stakes. First few strides are all on a line pretty much, but 6 emerged from that line to go into the first bend clear. All sorts of bother out the back involving 2, 4 and 7. 1 and 5 involved slightly as well, but down the far side it was trap 6 that missed that early scrummaging and kicked on down the back and has gone on to score comfortably enough in the end from trap 3. It was making late inroads, but couldn't really get the grips with the 6 dog after she booted clear early doors. 6 from 3 it was then. 8 ran on for third. 6, 3, 8 in race number 3. The full order of finish for race 3 was 638, 51472, 638, 51472. Distances were 2 lengths, 3 lengths, 3 1/4, ahead, 1 1/4, 1 3/4 and 4 3/4. The winning time for trap 6, Forest Firefly even, was 28.62, 28.62. Grounds on parade then for race number 4. It's the bet with William Hill online and in shop stakes. Runners for race 4 as follows. Trap 1 is Lily's Mick for owner Mrs. Richards and trainer Paul Clark. 2 is Swift Snap for owner Mr. Treadwell, trainer Richard Yates. 3 is Swift Kaylee for Mr. and Mrs. McColl, trainer Mark Wallace. 4 is Sports Pundit for owner and trainer Paul Philpott. 5 is Header on Carl for owner Mrs. Richards, trainer Paul Clark. 6 is Dress Code for owner Mr. Lowther, trainer Steve Rayner. 7 is Lemming Clover for owner Mr. S. Katz, trainer Heather Dimmock. And traps 8 is Coors Crom for Mrs. Clark and Cobb, trainer Jim Reynolds. We'll now have just 2.5 minutes left for betting on race number 4. 2.5 minutes only left for betting on this A6 grade contest. Full betting show up on screen now. You can see the current favourite is trap 7, Lemming Clover, at 3 to 1. Grounds on the way towards the starting traps then for race number 4. Around 2 minutes left for betting on this race, about 2 minutes. We're going to take a look back presently how Coors Crom got on last time out. Currently a 5 to 1 chance is Coors Crom in the yellow and black. There she is up on screen now. She went from trap 8 last time as well. Third last time out, only beaten a length. Does cut in a little bit of that first corner. Takes off down the far side is Coors Crom after a very tardy start. Only gets beat a length in the end, so it was some run from Coors Crom last time out on the 22nd of April. Only just coming into shot now. And gamely gets up for third spot last time. If the gaps appear for Coors Crom today, might well be a lot closer. Winner on A7 back on the 1st of April at a time of 29.01. Usually be relied upon to be there or thereabouts can Coors Crom. 11 runs, 2 wins, 1 second. But did catch the eye when third last time out. Let's say a terrible start last time, but made her way gamely into contention. Only beaten a length by Lily's Bear, despite that slow start and a bump at the first corner. May need a little bit of luck in running Coors Crom, but you never know. Could be there or thereabouts. The Greyhounds are now being placed into the starting traps of race 4. We're loading up for the bet with William Hill online and in shop stakes. Going in the boxes. All loaded then for race number 4. Stand by for the flag. There goes Gemma. Flag wave. So the hare's running. Bunny on the spin for race number 4. It's the bet with William Hill online and in shop stakes. A6 to grade. Bunny flies by and away we go. And it's trap 5. The first head to show from 7 and 4. Then goes 1, 2 pacing up. Then 3, 6 and 8. The back. All sorts of bother in that first bend. 2 take the hit the deck. That's 8 and 5 out the back door now. But up front is trap 7. Lemming Clover, the favourite that leads into this third bend, leads by 2 lengths from 4. Then comes 1. You need binoculars for the rest. They approach this final corner. It's trap 7, Lemming Clover, that leads by 2.5 lengths from 4. Back in second, Sports Pundit. 1 trying to stay on, but 7 challenged by 4 up towards the jam stick. Is it going to stay that way? Yeah, by about half a length in the end. 7 keeps 4 at bay. 1 back in third. 7, 4, 1 in a scrappy race 4. Confirmation result race 4. First trap 7, Lemming Clover. Own Mr. S. Katz, trainer Heather Dimmock. Second trap 4, Sports Pundit. Third trap 1, Lily's Mick. Result 7, 4 and 1. 7-4-1. Replay up on screen now then of the shot into that first corner. All sorts of bother out the back, and then a couple of dogs hitting the deck. Meanwhile up front it was trap 7, Lemon Clover, that skipped all that first bend scrummaging, kicked on down the far side, and although the 4-dog sports pundit was staying on nicely on his inner, had done enough in those early exchanges to keep that rival at bay. 7 beats 4, 1 back in third place. 7-4-1 in a time of 28.97. The full order of finish of race 4 was 7-4-1, 2-3-6-8-5. Distances were 3/4 of a length, 3 lengths, 2.5, 2.25, 8 lengths and a distance. The winning time for trap 7, Lemon Clover, 28.97, 28.97. 5. It's over our stayers trip, 686 metres, grade S3. It's the best odds guaranteed on the Ball Sports app stakes. Runners as follows. Track 1 is Wow Lane Lock, Mrs. Crichton and Lyles, trainer Jean Lyles. 2 is Ducklington Bell for Mrs. Hazel, Richard, Styles and Weir, trainer Kevin Hutton. 3 is Dun and Maddie for owner Mr. Houghton, trainer Jane Houghton. 4 is Heads and Misty for owner Mr. D. Vass, trainer Matt Dartnell. 5 is Bouncing Dan for Mrs. Crichton and Lyles, trainer Jean Lyles. 6 is Chantilly Dream, owner and trainer Richard Yates. 7, Matt's Limit for owner Mr. Flounders, trainer Jean Lyles. And 8 is Katunda Daisy, who's owned and trained by Mark Wallace. Greyhound's now approaching the starting traps for race number 5. Full betting show up on screen now. You can see the current favourite is trap 6, Chantilly Dream, a 3-to-1 chance. Then 7-to-2, trap 4, Heads of Misty. 4-to-1, the 2-dog Ducklington Bell, and 5-to-1 Barleys. There's trap 4 up on screen now. Heads or Misty. Running Mr. Vass and trying to Matt Dartnell. 4th last time out. Was in the red jacket last time. Heads or Misty. Absolutely left the bus ride. At the start was Heads or Misty, but managed to get himself into position to finish 4th in the end after that terrible start. Only beaten 4 3/4 in the end by Minar Speedy. Couple of runners in this race also featured there. Notably the favourite Chantilly Dream. Every chance last time. Finished 5th, being 6 1/4 by Minar Speedy. Heads of Misty, on the other hand, was very slow away. Force check 6th. And finished in front of Chantilly Dream last time out. 4th, being 4 3/4. So quite why Chantilly Dream is the favourite against Heads of Misty here. I'm not quite sure why. Because certainly on latest evidence, Heads of Misty just shaded Chantilly Dream. There's Heads of Misty up on screen now. Recent clocks of 42.65 and 42.58 would make her more than competitive if able to repeat those levels here. The Greyhounds are now being placed into the starting traps of race 5, loading up over the far side for this 6-bend contest. It's the best odds guaranteed on the Boyle Sports app stakes. Loading, loading. All loaded then for race number 5 on your card. There's Gemma on screen once again. Nice smile, nice wave of the flag. So the hare's running, bunny on the spin for this S3 grade contest. It's the best odds guaranteed on the Boyle Sports app stakes. Off and racing away. 8, 7 and 4. All a little slow into stride. Up front is trap 3 that leads. Dunham Maddie got 2 for company in this first bend, and 3 shuffle to mid-division as 2 kicks on off the second corner. 2 now from 6. Then comes 1, 4, 7. 8 and 3. Off past the judge with a whole circuit to go. It's trap 2, Ducklington Bell, that leads by a length from 6, Chantilly Dream. A long way back to 7 in third. Then goes 8, 4, 1, 3 and 5, who's detached. Off down the far side we go now then. It's still trap 6, Chantilly Dream, that leads the way. 2 now thereabouts on the outside. And this pair clear of 4, who's staying on nicely. Heads are Misty. Approaching the final corner. It's trap 6 now, tackled by 4, who switches to the outside to challenge. Heads are Miss is going to lead them off this final corner. Stretching clear up front now that it's 4. Heads are Miss is going to go on and score here. 6 trying to rally but not going to get there. 4 beats 6, 2 back in third. 4, 6, 2 in race number 5. Confirmation result race 5, first trap 4, Heads of Misty, Verona Mr D Vastra, Matt Dartnell, second trap 6, Chantilly Dream, third trap 2, Ducklington Bell. Result 4, 6 and 2, 4, 6, 2. Replay up on screen now then. We'll see just how Heads of Misty ground out the result in race number 5. All sorts of bother into that first corner. 5 took a tumble, I think. 1 and 4 clashed off that second bend as well. Meanwhile, it was trap 2, Ducklington Bell, and 6, Chantilly Dream, that was setting the pace up front. All the while, though, 4, Heads of Misty was biding her time, moved into third place down that far side, and unleashed a flying finish to go on and score here. Heads of Misty pulled clear off that final bend, just got between 6 and 2, saw daylight up ahead, and then pressed on the turbo to stretch clear. 4 beats 6, 2 back in third in race number 5. The full order of finish of race 5 was 462, 78315. 462, 78315. Distances were half a length, 4 1/4, 3 1/2 lengths, 2 lengths, 1 length, 1 1/2, and a distance. The winning time 42.84, 42.84. Grounds on parade then for race number 6, the bet with your local independent bookmakers stakes. Runners as follows. Trap 1 is Trakel Star for owner Mrs. Richards and trainer Paul Clark. 2 is Clash Namuak for Mr. McDonald and trainer Matt Dartnell. In 3 is Rumble High for owner Mr. Baker, trainer Paul Clark. 4 is Well Lane Joe for Mrs. Burgess and Creighton, trainer Jean Lyles. 5 is Antoinette, owned and trained by Jim Reynolds. 6 is Pure Prudence, also owned and trained by Jim Reynolds. 7 is Grafton Oak for owner Mr. S. Dimmock, trainer Heather Dimmock. And Trap 8 is Shoemaker's Jack for the Georgian Coles Go and Get 'em Syndicate, trainer Jean Lyles. Greyhounds now approaching the starting traps for race number 6. Race 6 is the bet with your local independent bookmaker stakes. Current favourite Trap 7, Grafton Oak at 3-1. And we now have just 2.5 minutes left for betting on this A9 grade contest. We're going to take a look back how Rumble High got on last time out. Goes in 3 today. Went from 2 last time out, did Rumble High. Didn't break fantastically well, but paced up okay. All sorts of bother into that first corner for Rumble High. Said every chance, but it wasn't the case. Did run into the back of a couple of Greyhounds there. And stayed on for 4th place in the end. Being 5 lengths by Dunham Zeus. Got a best time of 29.58 though was Rumble High. Albeit 2 or 3 runs back, so not out of it if able to deliver a best here, but certainly capable of pinging the lids on occasion. Got a 4.23 split, but certainly will need a trapping boots if going to make an impression here. Favourite in 7, Grafton Oak, downgraded from A8, and there's the 3-1 Jolly in this A9 grade contest. Clash the Muak next in the betting. Decent trial last time out, 29.56 after a couple of bumpy rides in his races today. Only a baby though, June 15, Clash the Muak. Certainly the best is yet to come from this Matt Dartnell trained Greyhound. 7-2, Trap 2 then. Grounds behind the boxes for race number 6. Jackets coming off ahead of this A9 grade contest. Less than 1 minute till post time. Grounds now being placed into the starting traps for race number 6 of the bet with your local independent bookmaker stakes. All loaded then for race number 6. Gemma's waved that flag again, so the hare's running bunny on the spin for the bet with your local independent bookmaker stakes. A9 the grade then for race number 6 on your card. Bunny approaching the boxes. Off and racing 7 with a ping break. 7 from 6 and 3. Then comes 1, 5, 4, 2 and 8. Into the first bend we go. It's Trap 6 in the middle of the pack from 7 on his outside. 1 with a run up the inner and 1 leads off the second bend. Trakel Star for Paul Clark. 2 with a run now on his inside. That's Clash the Muak. But 7 goes on into the third bend. 7 now from 5 and 2. Then comes 1, 6, 3, 4 and 8 as they come towards this final corner. It's Grafton Oak. The favourite leads off this final corner. 7 from 2 trying to challenge Clash the Muak. 7 from 2 and going to stay that way now. Surely 7 beats 2. Close to third place. 1 and 5. 7, 2 and a photograph for third. Confirmation result race 6. First trap 7, Grafton Oak for owner Mr. S. Dimmock, trainer Heather Dimmock. Second trap 2, Clash the Muak. Third trap 1, Trakel Star. Result 7, 2 and 1. 7, 2, 1. Winner's time 29.10. 29.10. Replay up on screen now then of race number 6. It was the bet with your local independent bookmaker stakes. And it was the 7 that you wanted to be on in hindsight. Trapped okay on the outside, did Grafton Oak. Challenges that first corner. But it was down the back, began to really press. 1 and 2 on his inside, but 7 always thereabouts, and just managed to round them into that third bend. Has then gone on to score nicely enough from 2 back in second, clashing the work. This pair drew well clear of 1 up the lane. 7 beats 2, 1 back in third. The full order of finish of race 6 was 721, 536, 48. 721, 536, 48. Distances were 3 1/4, 2 1/2 lengths, a short head, half a length, 2 lengths, 1 1/2 and 1 1/4. And the winner's time, trap 7 Grafton Oak, was 29:10, 29:10. Full betting show for our next race, race number 7 up on screen now. We can see the current favourite is trap 3, Clean Star, currently a 9-4 chance. Grounds on parade then for Lucky Race 7. It's the bet with www.starsportsbet.co.uk stakes. Runners as follows. Track 1 is Jacob's Neb for the Jacobs Syndicate and trainer Matt Dartnell. 2 is Droopy Zarkava for Mr. Childs and trainer Paul Philpott. 3 is Clean Star for Miss M. Reynolds and trainer Jim Reynolds. 4 is Killer High Blue for the Nearly 10 Syndicate and trainer Heather Dimmock. 5 is Card and Punch for Mrs. Fowler and Wallace, trainer Mark Wallace. 6 is Bogcross Esther for Mrs. Crichton Lyles, trainer Jean Lyles. 7 is Pack It In for the Alexander the Great Syndicate and trainer Jim Reynolds. And 8 is Ribble Ghost, runner Lord Hesketh and trainer Mark Wallace. Greyhounds now approaching the starting traps for Lucky Race 7. Just 3 minutes to the off, 3 minutes only. Full betting show up on screen now. You can see the current favourite still to the 3 dog, Clean Star at 9-4. It's then 7-2, trap 5, Card and Punch. 9-2, the 1 dog. And 6-1 bar these. Grounds on the way down towards the starting traps then for race number 7. Jim Reynolds doubly represented here by the favourite in 3 and also by Pack It In trap 7. When this race on screen went from trap 6, not the best of starts. Crowded on the run-up and got a hell of a wallop into that first bend as well, did Pack It In on this occasion. So did rather well really to stay on for 3rd place behind Dunham Sorrento, albeit a long way back in 3rd. But got no sort of run on this occasion. Been knocking the door prior to that though. 2nd beaten 3 parts of a length, 2nd beaten a neck the time before that. But a bumpy ride last time really put paid to his chances. And when was the 7-4 favourite. And might well be a bit of value here today at 6-1. 6-1 pack it in. Beaten favourite his last 2 occasions in A8, but seemingly his followers have left him here today. Favourite last time, in fact last twice, but a tasty 6-1 in the A8 here today. Trap 7, pack it in. The Greyhounds are now being placed into the starting traps of Lucky Race 7, loading up for the starsportsbet.co.uk stakes. Favourite still the 3-dog, Clean Star, but easy to back. Was 9-4, now 5-2. Greyhounds loading up. Just a couple of Greyhounds left to load then for race number 7. In fact, they're all safely locked away now. Gemma down on her haunches, making sure everything's okay down there ahead of this A8 grade contest. Taking a good look. Gemma in control ahead of this starsportsbet.co.uk stakes. Deep in concentration, you can see. There she goes. Looks like they're all pointing the right way now. Yeah, she's happy. Waves the flag, so the hare's running. But on the spin for race number 7, it's the bet with www.starsportsbet.co.uk stakes. A8 the grade then for race number 7 on your card. Off and racing away, 2 and 3 a little slow, and to stride up front. It's trap 8 that leads on the outside. Ribble goes, going to go round clear for Lord Heskey. Also upon another faller. It's trap 5 is up and running though. Up front it's trap 8 still leading the way. 8 from 3 and 7. Then comes 1 and 2 at the halfway marker now though. It's trap 3 that takes it up now. Clean Star, the favourite for Jim Reynolds, leads by half a length from 8 back in second. Then comes 1 and 7 approaching the final corner now though. It's the white jacket of Clean Star, the stretch 2 lengths clear from 1 staying on up the inside. Jacobs Nev, this pair well clear of 2 back in third. 3 from 1 and 2 towards the pay stick. 3 is going to land this closer place in the end. 1 and 2. No doubt in the winner though. Trap 3, Clean Star for Jim Reynolds. Confirmation result race 7. First trap 3, Clean Star for owner Miss MJ Reynolds. Trainer Jim Reynolds. Second trap 1, Jacobs Nev. Third trap 2, Drupal Zarkava. Result 3, 1 and 2. 3-1-2. The winning time 29.14. 29.14. Stand by for the replay then of the starsportsbet.co.uk stakes. Here we go up on screen now. Head on shot into that first bend. 3 went to the rail as 1 moved off a little bit. But 3's gone round in second behind the early leader, trap 8 on the outside. Card and punch it was. It took a tumble into that first bend. Meanwhile, trap 3 got inside 8 at the halfway marker. And a stretch clear. 1 Jacobs Nev into second, and 2 was flying up the lane. Once further, Drupal Zarkava, and as I stayed on for third place. 3-1-2 it was then. The inside traps dominating Lucky Race 7. The full order in for lucky race 7 was 312-74685. 312-74685. Distance is 1.5 lengths. Ahead, 1 length, 1.5, half a length, 3/4 and a distance. Winning time for trap 3, clean start, 29.14, 29.14. Greyhounds on parade then for the lucky last is the Book Your Derby tickets at Towcester-racecourse.co.uk stakes. And in trap 1 we have Skinny Love for owner and trainer Kevin Hutton. 2 is Seb Scolari, owner and trained by Jim Reynolds. 3 is Dunham Bravo, owner Mr D Houghton, trainer Jane Houghton. 4 is Make Offer, owner Mr Barney, trainer Hazel Kemp. 5 is Capricorn Jill for owner Mrs Richards, trainer Paul Clark. 6 is Bally Black Bolt for owner and trainer Richard Yates. 7 Lily for the Sunday School Syndicate, trainer Jean Lyles. And 8 is Up the Cherries for the Gulliver's Pub and trainer Kevin Hutton. Greyhounds approaching the starting traps then for race number 8. Just 3 minutes left of betting on this race. 3 minutes to the off. Current favourite, trap 5, Capricorn Jill at 7-2. Wide open betting heat then is race number 8. A7 the grade, 7-2 the field. Runners on screen then for race number 8. But head down towards those starting boxes. Ahead of this, book your Derby tickets at Towcester-racecourse.co.uk stakes. We're going to take a look how trap 4 Make Offer got on last time, 25th of April. Went from the black jacket once again on this occasion. Just lost his way into that first corner. Let the field go on a bit. But regained a bit of composure down the back, despite running to the back of trap 3 there. He's only been beat 4 1/4 lengths in the end, despite finishing 5th in this A7 grade contest. 5-2 last time. It's got a 29.13 best in a recent trial, so certainly has the ability, if given a clear run. Needs a trap better than he did last time out, but certainly capable. And if he got a bit of luck, could be there or thereabouts. There he's up on screen now. Currently a 9-2 chance Make Offer. So it's 7-2 trap 5, 4-1 traps 1 and 2, and 9-2 trap 4. The Greyhounds are now being placed into the starting traps of race 8. We're loading up for this A7 grade contest. It's the Book Your Derby tickets at Towcester-racecourse.co.uk stakes. Going in. All loaded then for race number 8. Finale here at Towcester this morning. The flag's been waved, so the hare's running. Bunny on the spin for race number 8. A7 the grade. It's the Book Your Derby tickets at Towcester-racecourse.co.uk stakes. Hare running. Bunny approaching off and racing away. 6 off to a flying start. Leads early doors. Bally Black Bolt from 3 and 8. Then comes 4, 7, 5, 1 and 2. Round the first bend we go. This early bird has flown. Bally Black Bolt leads by 2 lengths from 8. The nearest for sure. Up the Cherries. Then comes 3, 5 and 4. Towards the third corner we go now though. Been all about the 6 dogs so far. Bally Black Bolt. 8 still there thereabouts. Through the run into third now. Dunham Bravo. Then comes 5 trying to stay on. Capricorn Jill off the final bend then. Is trap 6. Bally Black Bolt challenged out by 5. 6 from 5 but looks like 6 is going to make all. 6 beats 5. Close to third place in the end, 3 and 4. 6 beats 5, photograph for third spot. And all the way win for Bally Black Bolt. Confirmation result race 8. First was trap 6, Bally Black Bolt, owned and trained by Richard Yates. Second trap 5, Capricorn Jill. And third trap 3, Dunham Bravo. Result 6, 5 and 3. 6-5-3 in race number 8. Replay up on screen now. It was all about the 6 dog really. Bally Black Bolt absolutely rocketed from the boxes. Did Richard Yates' Greyhound. And certainly not for catching here at Towcester this morning. 8 soon into second on the outside up the Cherries. Did run out of gas as 5 stayed on nicely for second place. Then came the 3 dog Dunham Bravo. So 6-5-3 it was then in race number 8. A trap to line success for Bally Black Bolt. The full order in then for race number 8 was 6-5-3, 4-8-1-2-7, 6-5-3, 4-8-1-2-7. Distance is 1 3/4, 3 1/4, short head, 3/4 of a length, half a length, 1 3/4 and 1 1/2. Winner's time for trap 6, Bally Black Bolt was 28.88, 28.88 winner's time.